in the Hardaway Southern T, back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor, y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, if y'all could do your boy solid, smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in, man. Whether it's your first time, if you could, not make it your last time, yo, we talk this good boxing every single day, not just today. You know what I mean? It's Teofimo Lopez and Josh Taylor fight weekend, right? We got an title fight at the 140-pound division. Teofimo Lopez, this will be his third fight at the 140-pound division. Josh Taylor, longest reigning 140-pound champion, right? To date, no longer the undisputed 140-pound champion, right? But still the longest reigning champion today at the 140-pound division. Teofimo Lopez, former unified champion down at the 135-pound division, right? Uh, Josh Taylor is coming off fight versus Jack Catterall. He fought Jack Catterall about a year ago, almost over a little over a year ago at this point, and he got a controversial decision over Jack Catterall. Teofimo Lopez's last fight was good, bro. Let me put the queen up there. Teofimo Teofimo Lopez's uh Teofimo Lopez's last fight was against uh Sando Martin. He won a split decision versus Sando Martin. Again, a controversial split decision, right? Versus Sando Martin. Left a couple of people wondering if Teofimo Lopez really won. You know what I mean? Did he win? Didn't he win? Right? He had another one of those. He had a another fight before that against Pedro Campa. He ended up getting the TKO stoppage over Pedro Campa. That stoppage itself was a little questionable, right? Some people question if Campa was really, there to be stopped, but that win right there was kind of an early stoppage. Was Teofimo Lopez, right? And we all know before that about the split decision loss to George Kambosos. But we got Teofimo Lopez, 18-1, 13 KOs. He's 25 years old, 5'8", with a 68.5-inch arm reach. He's taking on the current champion, Josh Taylor, current WBC champion, Josh Taylor, 19-0, 13 KOs, 5'10", with a 69.5-inch arm reach. So Josh Taylor is the bigger guy in this fight with Teofimo Lopez. He got an inch in height on Teofimo Lopez and an inch and a half in arm reach. Josh Taylor last fight was against Jack Catterall, right? Controversial decision. He had a unanimous decision win over Jose Ramirez. Before that, we all know about the famous or infamous battle with him in Regis Prograis, right? And this fight is going to be what Tio has become, right, at the 140-pound division is a boxer puncher, right? He now I don't consider him to be the highest level of boxer puncher, right? But his athleticism, will put him in that category. He has decent power in both hands, not as much power at 140 as he had at 135, right? Which is expected, but still decent power in both hands. He would be, he would be the better athlete, you know what I mean, in this situation, facing off against Josh Taylor, who is the bigger guy. He got an inch in the he got an inch in height and an inch and a half in arm reach. Where I think that Teofimo Lopez is the better athlete, I do think that Josh Taylor is the better boxer in this fight. Uh, Josh Taylor is the current WBC champion, right? He hasn't fought in a while, right? It's been over a year, right? He hasn't fought Jack Catterall in over a year, so ring rust could be, could present itself, right? Could be a problem in this fight for Josh Taylor. So I'm expecting, Josh Taylor to have his hands full with Teofimo Lopez early, right? Youth and athleticism. I do feel like Josh Taylor is the better per boxer, right, between the two. But Josh Taylor, sometimes he likes to brawl, get himself on the inside. He likes to brawl a little bit. What's good, Charles James? Appreciate you sliding through this, James Charles. Glad you can make it. If you could, Charles, hit that thumbs up for your boy. when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, greatly appreciate you sliding through, right? Josh Taylor does like to get rough and he likes to get a little rugged on the inside. In this fight, that actually will work in his favor. Teofimo Lopez doesn't like to inside fight at all, doesn't have much of an inside fighting game. I would even go say that I would even go as far as to say, right, that Teofimo Lopez, he kind of freezes up, right, for lack of a better phrase, when you get on the inside. It's like his punches, it's like it's like when you fire off at Teofimo Lopez on the inside, he don't really know how to react. He's not comfortable, right, with the heat that you bring on the inside. Hopefully Teofimo Lopez has addressed that, right, in some kind of way going into this fight with Josh Taylor, because Josh Taylor is a guy who wants to get the fight on the inside. What's good, Jeff Spark? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Jeff Spark. Glad you can make it if you could. Hit that thumbs up for your boy. Teofimo Lopez. I hope he addressed the inside fighting situation in this fight, because Josh Taylor is a guy who likes to get on the inside, who likes to make it rugged. Teofimo Lopez is the exact opposite, right? He likes more of a cleaner fight. Where he is a boxer puncher, right? We could just take the fight versus Lomachenko. As long as Lomachenko, wasn't firing off any of his shots, right? Teofimo Lopez was good. But the moment that Lomachenko in the back half of that fight, right, started firing back his shots, Teofimo Lopez got a little lost in the shuffle, right? What's good, Jay Gill? Appreciate you sliding through this young Jay Gill. Glad you can make it. My guy AB the IT. We in here having this fight breakdown and prediction. I ain't gonna keep y'all in this thing too long. We getting down to the nitty gritty, right? But just against Lomachenko, right? When the guy is firing back at Tio, he's kind of like a deer in the headlights. It's almost like he's not sure what to do, or he's not sure how to get out of the way of the punches. And another problem I think could come up in this fight for Tio, right? His lack of head movement, right? I think that has a lot to do with his positioning. Teofimo Lopez, he struggles with positioning in fights, right? He may leave himself inside of his opponent's range, uh, in a little outside of his, right? His gauging distance, right, could use a little work. So I hope he address, his distance, his gauging distance, and I hope he address his countering defense, right? Because Josh Taylor is a guy who throws a lot of punches, and he's a guy, he's not in there to go to it around, right? He's in there to put it on you. He's in there to hurt you. He throws a lot of punches. Teofimo Lopez is not going to be able to, staying in range of Josh Taylor, because it's gonna be a long night for him, right? If he just sitting in front of Josh Taylor, Teofimo Lopez is gonna have to use his athleticism, his youth, his feet, his angles, right? Which he does do, right? He's shown that he does have that ability, but he's gonna have to over have that ability, right? He's gonna have to really tap into, you know what I mean, his boxing, right? More so than his punching this fight, right? Because Josh Taylor is a high elite level boxer, right? So if Teofimo Lopez is going to win this fight, Teofimo Lopez is going to have to do better about his defense on the inside when Josh Taylor is bringing that pressure, right? And Teofimo Lopez is going to have to use his feet a lot more in this fight. Kind of is going to have, if Teofimo Lopez wants to win this fight, right, he's going to have to look like Danny Garcia versus Jose Benavidez. Now, Josh Taylor is a higher level than Jose Benavidez, and Teofimo Lopez isn't necessarily a Danny Garcia, right? But that's the style of fight that Teofimo Lopez is going to have to fight this weekend if he's expecting to beat Josh Taylor. For Josh Taylor pretty much, right, has to come in here and he has to be Josh Taylor, man. He has to be active. He has to be accurate. He has to be, a little bit dirty, right? Like Josh Taylor is. He has to rough Teofimo Lopez up and make this a rough fight and make Teofimo Lopez, not want to be in the ring, make Teofimo Lopez real uncomfortable in this fight, right? The closer they are in this fight, the advantage it is Josh Taylor, right? The closer they are in this fight, the advantage they is Josh Taylor. The more space in between them in this fight, the more advantage it is for Teofimo Lopez. The cleaner the fight, advantage Teofimo Lopez. The dirtier the fight, advantage, Josh Taylor. I do think this is going to be a bit of a war, right? I even think it's going to be a war in a sense where Both guys are going to go in here. They're going to have to put in work. Both guys going to take some damage and have to get beat up, right? Or it's going to be a war in the fact that one of these guys, right? And I'm going to tell you how they both going to do it real quick. One of these guys is going to go in here. And Jones was good. And Jones, AB to IT, my boy Josh Gibson was good. Appreciate y'all sliding through. I'm going to run through and say what's up to everybody at the end of this thing, right? Or one of these guys could get beat up, right? Either Teofimo Lopez could establish his athleticism and his distance, right? And he could his foot movement, and he could put it on, Josh Taylor, right? Make it a difficult fight for Josh Taylor, or Josh Taylor is going to establish his dominance, right? Establish his inside fighting, his activity and his accuracy could be a little too much for Teofimo Lopez, right? And then you got Teofimo Lopez taking the beating in this fight, right? So in this fight, both these men should come in here preparing for a beating. Mostly, I'm talking to Teofimo Lopez, right? Because we know Josh Taylor gonna come in here prepared. We didn't seen Josh Taylor, go through war after war after war. We didn't seen Teofimo Lopez in, a couple good fights, but never to the level of one Josh Taylor. In this fight, y'all, I'm edging Josh Taylor right over Teofimo Lopez. I do think that Teofimo Lopez could win this fight, right? But I think Teofimo Lopez has all the physical attributes and ability to win this fight, right? But I don't trust Teofimo Lopez mentally, and I don't trust him mentally against a guy like Josh Taylor. Physically, Tio can do it. Mentally, I question Tio. I don't have to question Josh Taylor physically, right? Or I don't have to question him mentally. I have to question T.O. mentally, right? So I'm going with the person who I think has, the mental edge, the higher boxing pedigree, the skill edge in this fight, and that's going to be Josh Taylor. Do I think Teofimo Lopez can win this fight? Yes, but he has to make it a clean fight. He has to kind of make it like Danny Garcia and Jose Benavidez, because Josh Taylor is coming. He wanted to get on the inside, and he coming hard, right? So I got Josh Taylor. Unanimous decision win over Teofimo Lopez this week. I'm about to drop this thing. I'm gonna come back and we're gonna talk about that Ryan Garcia. We're gonna have us a little fun this morning. Ryan Garcia and Oscar. Appreciate y'all folks sliding through this thing, man. Skin the hard way, Southern T. This ain't the past, this ain't the future, but just the present. That's how we rock it. And I'm out. Look, appreciate everybody sliding through, man. Shout out my guy Ray Buck, was good, Ray. Shout out my guy Ray Buck, was good, Ray. Shout out my guy Gerald Fitz. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Gerald. Glad you can make it. King UK in the building. The beautiful Just Jazz, as y'all saw. My guy Charles Granger was good, Charles Granger. Jeff Spark was good, Jeff Spark. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Jeff Spark. My guy Jay Gibson was good, Jay Gibson. AB the IT was good, AB. Aunt Jones was good, and the beautiful Tay Tay MMA. She said, I love your avatar and I love you, baby. But I'm finna go and get up out of here. Appreciate y'all folks like this.